great to have you here in studio with us.
Thank you so much.
Shauna just mentioned it a moment ago, all of us watching the U.S. Open over the weekend, watching history and watching Coco Gauff as well. The 19-year-old, just phenom in the tennis world, sporting Bose on her way out to the match that she came back and won on her way to that Grand Slam title. Like, what type of momentum does that create for your brand?
Well, first of all, congratulations to Coco. It's so inspiring to see what she did over the course of the last couple of weeks. We love partnering with people like Coco. Music inspires her. It's part of how she prepares for her matches. It's part of how she trains. It's very personal for her. And that storytelling is really what helps us connect with our customers. And she's just been a dream to work with. We're so proud of her.
Let's talk about that customer base, because and many people around the office, they see me, if we're just coming out of our 6 a.m. meeting, those headphones, they just go straight on because we got to go into cram mode. And so with all of that in mind, you think about the year over year that you've seen at Bose and the different type of customer environment. How would you describe this customer environment from the top seat at Bose right now?
The customer is really strong right now, continues to be strong. We know that our customers are music lovers, right? People who love music, identify with music. It's important to them. It's part of their own personal brand. And so for them, premium audio is not something that they want to cut out. It's not something that they want to go a little bit less expensive on. It's something they want to invest in. And we've seen the consumer stay really strong throughout this year so far. And we're excited about what that means for the holiday season. We're quite optimistic about the holiday going into it.
Yeah, certainly. So let's talk a little bit more about that, because, when we see this consumer discretionary environment, typically the holiday season is one where they say, okay, heft to the wind. We're out here, we're shopping, we're trying to make those purchases that are perhaps ones that we wouldn't have made during regular portions of the year, and being more discretionary about those dollars. So you were one of those brands to really say, you know what, we're going to kind of exit or at least move back a little bit from retail, go more direct to consumer, go more digital. How has that kind of held up? And especially going into this holiday season, where do you create those touch points?
Yeah, so much of the momentum and activity happens online now. And so that's where we really have great interaction with our customers. But retail's still really important too. So we have a lot of partners around the world, Best Buy, Costco, places that you can go and touch and feel product, which is still really important. We want to be able to meet the customer where they're shopping and make it an experience that is tailored for them.
Has pricing needed to change? How has that strategy kind of moved forward, considering the state of the consumer right now too?
Yeah, it's, continues to move forward, but it's not, it's commensurate with kind of how we see the market moving. We're trying to make sure the customer always sees a lot of value in the products they're getting from Bose. We know that we're bringing great technology, whether that's amazing noise cancellation, great audio quality and the experience of your music, or even just the comfort and the style of the products that we're bringing to market. And so we feel like we're bringing great value, and our customers are appreciating that.
I'm consistently amazed about the technology that's within the entire audio experience, and especially within headphones too, because this also requires certain and very specific chips to go into, and small chips to go into these devices that we listen to on a day in, day out basis. What have you had to go to your suppliers and say, these are our demands, this is what we need in order to facilitate that type of audio experience?
It's a great question. That process starts for us well in advance of when you'll ever see a product. We partner way upstream with our chip providers to talk about what we need, the experiences that we're working on in our research labs that we want to be able to bring to the products, but we can't do it without them. We need that compute power to come in small forms, to get in those tiny earbuds. And so we partner upstream. That's a big way that we get the innovation we want into the market.
What does product innovation look like? It's gotten so crisp. The sound is gotten even more immaculate year over year. You look at 5-10 years out from now, what is the audio innovation that we're going to be talking about way further down the line?
We focus on three things at Bose, and we think there's a lot of runway in all three. One is noise removal, right? Taking away all those sounds that you don't want to hear. That's something you know us for. We think there's a lot more to be done there. Second one is immersive audio. Really immersive, lifelike audio, the way the artist intended it. That's such a stretch goal, right? How do we continue to strive for that with more compute power and more technology, more more AI, more innovation coming. There's a lot more there. And then we focus on something we call hear what you want. So sometimes you don't want to take all the noises away. You want to amplify some, take away others. So how do we have a great conversation like this in a noisy restaurant without being so distracted by everything around us? And that's a really exciting piece of innovation that we think is going to make your wearable products like your headphones and your earbuds more intuitive. They're going to recognize where you are and what sounds are important in that particular situation and be able to adjust on the fly.
And then just lastly, we got to go here, but there's been a whole wave of electric vehicle production as well. Mm-hmm. Has that reinvigorated the conversations, the number of auto manufacturers that want to work with Bose, and how do you approach those two?
Absolutely, and it's creating new opportunities, right? When you take the sound of the engine out of the car, you notice all those sounds coming from the road, from the HVAC, from the wind around you. And so technologies that we're working on, like road noise cancellation to create that quiet cabin feeling, are now starting to be that much more important because of electric vehicles.
All right. Such a great pleasure to have you here in studio with us.
Thank you.
Lila Snyder, who's the CEO of Bose.